So I did not plan on doing an update, but I am having to run up to the school and pick up my oldest. About 2 months ago, or more actually, his filling came out of one of his baby teeth, and instead of having the filling put back in there, because it was a baby tooth and it was already loose anyways, the dentist said,
well, since it's not bothering them, we just won't mess with putting a filling in it and put them through all that.
we both agreed. We said okay, you know, but he did state, you know, if it starts bothering him, make sure we bring him in. Well, he had his dentist appointment a month ago when he was told that, and his filling was out of his mouth for about a good month or two before his appointment, but because his tooth wasn't bothering him and he wasn't complaining, we just, you know, played it safe. Now, this morning I went to go brush his teeth before school, and there was a bunch of blood on his toothbrush. This wasn't just like, oh, your gums are bleeding a little bit, blood on your toothbrush. This was a lot of bright red blood. So I was like, oh my god. So let me take a look at that tooth you got there where the filling is missing. And I looked. The tooth itself looks fine. However, above the tooth on the gums, he's got a little pocket, and the gum tissue there was split where his gums were bleeding. It looks like he's probably got an infection in there, and he's had a baby tooth pulled before due to an abscess on the other side. So I got a fill-in today. He's gonna have his tooth pulled. So I got Miss Lily back here with me. Caleb is gonna be at school today, so it's just gonna be me, Lily, and Junior at the dentist. I don't know how long this is gonna take. It's 10:41 now, and I told his teacher I'd be picking him up from school around 11. And his appointment, something just fell. His appointment is at 11:30. So I'm kind of pushing for time here. You nervous?
If it gets pulled, yes.
If it gets pulled, no, you're fine. You has nothing to worry about. Well, they don't have it decorated inside. Normally they have it decorated in there.
Wait.
Let's see.
What is the hand? You're gonna have to give me those claw thingies. What hands? Hands are my hands.
Huh?
Hands.
Your hand, I see. Hold it on there for a second and it'll get really bright.
What hands?
I see. You want to get on there? Go ahead. You gonna drive?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright.
No.
I don't think you're gonna be able to reach the pedals. Straighten your legs out. Turn wheel to choose. Oh, you gotta choose your driver. Here, there, you chose. You help her push the gas. You gotta keep it straight. Alright, we are done. You want to show?
Let's see.
You want to see? See? So he had his tooth pulled. That's not the side you had your tooth, it's on that other side. Yeah, and it actually had a root. And I didn't think baby teeth had roots, but that one did. I'll have to show you guys what it looks like. So if you're a little grossed out by things, don't look. Yeah, it just had one little root, and Lily is ready to go. So you're not going back to school today because they want you to rest. So he gets a day off school if it's long. You're a little crooked. So basically what has happened is his permanent tooth, it wasn't an infection, which is good. They said no pus came out whenever they were checking it out and got the tooth out. But they said that his eating and stuff, some food probably got up in the hole where his filling fell out, and it irritated and got a little bacteria up there, so it just irritated his gum tissue and caused it to swell a little bit. But there was no infection because there was no pus. But they said it's a good thing that they did get the baby tooth out. Hang on, don't step on these papers, because it probably would have turned into an infection had they not. So yep, he's good to go. I got a school excuse for him. He'll be off the rest of the day. Let me see your tooth. You guys want to see what the tooth looks like? Like I said, if you're grossed out easily by things, you don't have to look. Go ahead and skip over the next 10 seconds. Okay.
I can see holes.
You can see holes?
Look at it. It's round.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they stuck it in a little treasure box, and his dentist was so nice. He said, now you're gonna get $5 for this tooth, so if you only get $1 under your pillow, you write me a note and I'll send you $4. He's so sweet. So here is his tooth. Let me see if I can't do this. Here, you hold that. All right.
This way.
Oh, a piece of the treasure box that broke off is in it. Ah, come off there. Sorry guys. A little longer than 10-15 seconds. There's a piece hung on here, but there is his tooth, you guys. I did not think baby teeth had roots, but there's usually just one that they say that will hold it up into the gum tissue. Hang on, I'm trying to show it. So there it is. So you can see where he had, hang on, hold it still for a second. You can see where he had a filling, where it's drilled out right there. And that's where the hole was. That's what was bothering him. So yeah, there it is. Check it out.
I still feel part of that hole in the other tooth.
So we will keep this in the treasure box.
Give me extra money too. Actually, no, Daddy.
Oh yeah?
Because I did not cry this time.
And it was funny because the lady that was walking us out that helped work on Junior's tooth, she said, "You're seeing black men in car," and I was like, "Yep, how did you know?" And she said, "I can tell by your braces." And I was like, "Oh." She said, "Yeah, I can tell because they specialize in nothing but the ceramic braces." And she said, which is a good thing because they look really good. And she kept complimenting my teeth, so I thought that was pretty cool. I'm actually right beside where I go to the orthodontist, only on Wednesdays though. This is where I'll be coming over here. It's on the other side of that, well, that building over there. Hi guys. So it is now almost 4 o'clock, and I just wanted to do a quick little update from earlier when Timothy went to the dentist and had a tooth extraction. So it's been 4-ish hours now, and he is doing great. The numbing has finally wore off, and he can eat and he can drink just as good as he could before. We stopped on the way home from the dentist and got a Little Caesars pizza, so I think he had a little time trying to get that chewed because he couldn't feel. I think he was having more of a time trying to get a drink of his soda though, because he can't drink out of a straw to prevent dry socket. And when he would go to get a drink, he said it would all go to this side of his mouth, which is where he was numb, and he couldn't feel it, so I guess it would drool out of his mouth. I had to give him any Tylenol or Motrin or anything, and that was actually my plan when we got home, and I sort of forgot in the midst of everything. And I asked him just a few minutes ago, since the numbing has wore off, if he feels like he needs anything for pain right now, and he said no, actually the tooth being out feels better than it did being in. He's actually glad the tooth is out, so what a sport, right? So I'm glad that he's very thrilled that it's out, and I'm glad he was a champ going, you know, about getting that tooth pulled. And the dental hygienist that helped, she was amazed at how calm he was. See how great he's doing since he had that tooth pulled? Isn't that awesome? All right, so you want to show him what your tooth looks like now? There we go. Yeah, just do it. There we go, you guys. So you can see. There we go. Yep. So he's got a missing tooth. He only has 2 more teeth left, you guys, before he has all his adult teeth in. So after that, he will start phase 1. No, actually, he's older, so I think it's gonna be like it's not even gonna be a phase 1 or a phase 2. I think he's just gonna go straight into braces. He kind of has the same issue I have, like these teeth on the side, which mine have actually, you guys. I know I haven't done an update, so I guess this can kind of be an update. This tooth and this tooth on him, instead of being overlapping, these 2 front ones, his are kind of like going behind. So I guess he kind of gets that from me, but his are just turned the opposite direction. But mine have actually straightened up quite a bit. I got a little bitty gap right there, which I had a little one there to begin with, but I think it's a little bit bigger now. But I think that's because my teeth are being pushed back and they're like folding, like, because they used to come to a point like at an angle in the front, and they're a little bit more straight. So, but yeah, these are definitely starting to take shape. I have noticed in one of my pictures that this tooth here isn't overlapping this one as much. And I'll include that picture here to show you guys. That same tooth was the first tooth this week that was giving me issues. Everything was fine. No tenderness, soreness, none of that. But then all of a sudden, out of the blue, one day, that tooth, I went to go brush that morning of me noticing it, and I was like, oh man, that's really sensitive. And that evening I went to go floss my teeth, and it was sensitive just like it was the first day I got my braces put on. And I'm like, whoa, where is this coming from? So I realize now, because I've noticed a little bit of shifting in it, that it's because it was starting to move. So it's a good feeling. It's a good painful feeling. I'll have to say that honestly, because when I'm not feeling pain and when I'm not feeling like any kind of sensitivity, I feel like my braces aren't working. And something new that I can tell you guys is my wire. I got an email. My wire is heat and cold activated. Pretty new technology if you ask me. When I drink something cold, this wire like stiffens up and everything gets tight. And I never knew that because I never paid attention. And when I drink bottled water, it's always room temperature anyways. Or when I'm drinking coffee, obviously it's warm. So I never really drink ice cold drinks, and when I do, if we're going out for dinner or something, I'm drinking through a straw, so it's never like hitting my wire. So I figured one day when I got that email, I was like, Lily, go get mommy a water bottle out of the fridge. A water bottle? I can't talk. A water bottle out of the fridge. So she got me a water bottle and she brought it to me, and I took a swig of it and I just kind of let it sit on the front of my teeth, and I felt everything tighten up just like it felt the first day I got my braces put on. So I was like, whoa, okay, yeah, definitely. So basically when that happens, everything is straightening out. But once warmth hits it, it like loosens the wire back up. But it doesn't mean that it's still not doing what it's supposed to. It's just heat and cold activated. But it was really funny though today whenever I went to my son's dentist appointment with him, and the dental hygienist that was helping him out, I told her, because we were congratulating Junior how good he did having that one tooth pulled and was so calm about it. And I said, yeah, and I might have to go have 8 teeth pulled. So, because I told her, I said, I got crowding down here, and I just hope I got enough room for the top, because I don't want more teeth. Obviously, you don't want to take teeth from the top and not from the bottom, otherwise your bite will be completely uneven, so they would have to do it just to make the bite even. And I may not have to have any teeth extractions, and that would be a win-win. Worst case scenario is having to have all 8 teeth pulled, which would be my bicuspids right there in the arch to better support a straighter smile. The wisdom teeth are only an issue because of my TMJ. So my right side of my jaw pops, and they said that's probably because when my wisdom tooth come in, it's just causing a lot of pressure against my jaw there, so in the joint. So whenever I yawn, my jaw will lock for a few seconds, and I've actually noticed it. Somebody's mad. I actually noticed it being worse just in the last week since I've had braces. So everything is moving, and I'm afraid it's putting pressure against that wisdom tooth, which is causing it to move, and it's probably putting more pressure on my jaw. I know I showed you guys this earlier, but I didn't feel like I got a good show for you of it. Okay, here it is, and it's a big tooth, you guys. Look at that. That is a monster of a tooth, and that is a baby tooth, and it's like this one right in here, right there. See the root? It's got a root on it. I didn't think baby teeth have roots, but they said these here do. And you can kind of see the hole there where I believe the other root may have been. I'm not sure. That's actually a pretty good looking hole there. But yeah, that is a crazy monster of a tooth. It did not look that big in his mouth, you guys. You can see there on the side where he had his filling, and the filling fell out, and that's what started hurting him. So when we would brush, it was a little problematic for him. Oh, and something else. Yesterday, I made my first of many months to come payment for my braces. That was a little exciting. I'm not crazy about the price, but hey, I'm paying for a good smile, so it was exciting. The price not so much, but you know. So yeah, I had my first payment yesterday. I did something new with my hair today, you guys. Well, I tried it yesterday. I don't know if you can see very good or not, but I am a horrible, horrible, horrible hair fixer. I don't do hair. It's a weakness of mine. The only thing I can do is straighten and curl it. That's it. I can't do little things like this, like, and you can clearly tell I did not do that great of a job, but I don't know, it works. I didn't receive any bad looks today, or like, what were you thinking? You know, I did, when I did it yesterday like this, I did it where I had like the pigtails at the ends, because it's two separate little twists on each side, but I had to bring them together because they were starting to loosen up and my hair was starting to kind of poof out a little bit, and it was making my head look big like it's doing right now. So I had to like twist them the opposite direction and then pull it together in one ponytail so that it will stay how I have it. I was trying to do Lily's hair like this morning, and I lost my patience. I was like, girl, for one, your hair is too thin. 2, you won't sit still. And 3, mommy is not that good of a hairdresser. So I was like, we're just gonna stick with the basics for now with you, honey. I so badly want to French braid down on the sides, and I don't know if it's just my coordination is like completely off. It's like I know how to do it, but when I do it on myself, I can't do it because I'm doing it like completely upside down, and it looks horrible. So this is the easiest and quickest thing that I could do. That's enough chit chatter for this week, you guys. I will see you all next week with a more broadened update of my braces and how everything has been going. And check out all the links in the description below this video as well. And I will see you guys back here next week. Bye!